Justice for Easton.
Transfer him now.
Justice for Easton.
Transfer him now.
Justice for Easton.
The person we want to move is Easton. You know, so. All right, that's cool. Stand. Oh, yeah, you can move down, but we ain't going nowhere. You can stand right over there. This is a public sidewalk. We got sense enough not to block the sidewalk, bro. Not all black people are stupid. We got sense enough not to block. We got sense enough, man. We got sense enough not to do that. We're not going to block the walkway. I've been recording for a while that nobody blocked we got proof that nobody blocked that driveway. Okay. We got proof that nobody blocked that sidewalk.
Justice for
Yep.
Easton.
Yes, indeed.
For Easton.
Let me see your sign.
Justice for Easton.
Let me see our signs.
Justice for Easton.
Let me see your sign, brother. All right. You got your sign? Got your sign?
Justice for Easton. Transfer now. Justice for Easton. Transfer him now. Justice for Easton.
We're out here. This is day 2. What's going on?
Good in front of camera.
It's my old boss. How you doing, brother? All right. Yep, that's my old boss. Yeah, that's my old boss. Angel's my old boss. I know, Angel's my boss. Yeah, that's my old boss. Yeah, Angel. Yeah, Angel's my old boss. Y'all gotta ease back. We need to get on the phone. Let me see if I can get.
Justice for Easton. 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 Hello. Justice.
Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
How you doing, Steve?
Okay, so we're live. We got Miss Thompson on the phone right now. I'm sure they can hear you, so if you can say something to the people, I know they can hear you. Yes.
I'm sorry to see. I didn't know that you were calling me live. I am inside of the bathroom, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's all right.
Other people are in here as well. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I will. I will. All right. All right. That's all right. All right. Yeah. Now, Tashonda told me that on the weekend nobody's here. So I'm trying to think Monday through Friday. Yeah, because she said on Saturday nobody's out here. Yeah, nobody's here. Yep. Right. That they transfer them. Exactly. Exactly. Right. And they don't like the bad publicity. Yeah. They got bad. Everybody, you know how many stories I heard? They misdiagnosed me when I came here. Yeah, what's that all about? Yeah, what's that all about? Yeah. Wow. Right. Yeah, those people are a trip. They're a trip, bro. If you're supposed to be there for the community, they're not, you know, these people don't care, man. Yeah, they don't care. They just want that young man for the money. Yeah. For what? Yeah, get out of here, bro. That's right. They don't even have to go through all that. Just transfer him. Okay? They don't even have to. And then all of a sudden they doing this nonsense today. Yeah, we're out here. This is day 2. We got a little pushback today from the security. I'm like, yo, instead of telling us, where we could stand at, just work whatever you need to do to get Easton transferred. All right? That's what we're working on now. They need to stop trying to create so many roadblocks. The issue is, if it was just easy as just going up there and, taking them out and putting them in a cab, we would have done that, but it's not that simple. We have to have an ambulance to transport him to the next hospital, and they can do that, but they don't want to. They can do that. They know that we can't just show up in a cab because he's hooked to a, I know he's intubated. I know that he's hooked to a machine and also a feeding tube. So it's not like we could just show up and, put him in a wheelchair, bring him downstairs and put him in the cab. He has to be transported by medical ambulance. He has to be transported with an entire, medical team to make sure that his vitals and everything are stable. But again, he wasn't like that when he came here. Okay? So, we know that there's some other things they need to do, and they know that they can do that. They know that they could do that. I looked these things up today. I made some phone calls today, and they know that they can transfer him. But for some reason, they keep playing games with the mother. Now they're saying to the mother today that they have to do another surgery on his stomach when they told her just about a month ago, 3 weeks or a month ago, that they were not going to mess with his stomach anymore. Now all of a sudden this morning they're telling the mother that they have to do another surgery. And they had the nerve to tell her, ask her rather, can her son pay for sign the document, knowing that he can't sign it, knowing that the condition he's in from being in here, that he can't move his own hand and sign anything. And anyhow, she's the legal guardian. Okay? So they know better. They're playing games, and that's why we're still here. Yeah, we did go to we went to the state and also to the insurance. That's how I found out about the fact that they can do that. When we reached out to the insurance, and, I have some friends that work in the federal government, and I found out that they can provide him a medical transport to go to the next hospital. That the social workers from St. Joe's and the social workers from the receiving hospital can work together to get that transfer. We have the other hospital getting ready to get their paperwork together, but now St. Joe's has to call that hospital to arrange the transfer. I think that's crazy. I think that the parents should have the power to do that. But they're telling her that the hospital has to call, the hospital he's in now has to call them and arrange for the transfer from this hospital to that hospital. And it's allowing this hospital to play all kinds of games and technicalities to keep him in here. And at this point, his mother, his father, his family that's out here right now, this is his family. They do not trust the process based on everything that happened. When he was first admitted here in May 16th, 2020, he was here for a procedure it was an alias in his intestine, a little blockage. And there is a special non-invasive procedure that can be done to shrink it. But they did some other stuff to him. He ended up having a heart attack 2 days later. Okay? And then he was raced up to the ICU from where he was at, from the floor that he was at. And from there, it's just been a downward spiral. And he did not come in the hospital like that. All of those things happened inside this hospital. Okay? And the amount of stories that I hear from people who have had botched up surgeries, botched up procedures in this hospital. The amount of people who have lost loved ones who went into St. Joe's with a cold or the flu or things like that and ended up being dead because some other things took place that were not supposed to take place. So Right now, we're out here at St. Joe's Hospital in Patterson on Main Street, 703 Main Street. And we're here with the family of Easton Morris Jr., okay? He's not receiving the care that he should be receiving. He is a young man, autistic, and, you know, he had a whole life ahead of him, and his mother is distraught. His father is aggravated. The family's frustrated because they're not getting answers and they're not getting the information. And it seems like the hospital is indirectly playing games to somehow prevent him from being transferred by medical transport, which they know that's the only way he can be transported because of the equipment that he's on. And they know that, so they're playing games to try to prevent that from happening. If it was easy for us just to go in there and sign him out and put him in a wheelchair and bring him out, then trust me, that would have happened a long time ago. But they know that he has to be transported in a medical vehicle that's equipped and able to hold his bed and the equipment that he has. And the insurance will allow that to happen. Okay, so we're here. We're here outside St. Joe's. Okay, we're here outside St. Joe's Hospital. Okay. You can feel free to tag whoever else you feel needs to be on this call. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're outside St. Joseph Hospital. Right now they have Easton Morris Jr. in here, and right now he's not receiving the care that he's supposed to be receiving. The hospital has refused to work with the mother and get her some information that she needs so that she can be able to make the proper decisions for her son. Okay, I'm on the phone with the mother all the time, and they're not, or she's not, and he's not receiving the services that he's supposed to receive. Okay, so we are here now in front of St. Joe's Hospital, and this is the second day that we're out here, and our plan is to come out here and to continue to make noise until we get what we need in this particular situation, which is to get that young man transferred. Absolutely, it should not be happening. Shouldn't have to go through all of this to transfer a loved one to a facility that you feel will be better equipped to handle his particular medical condition. It's a shame that you have to go through this. It's like you guys know you're not doing right by this young man, and you know the family wants him to be transferred. So why are you forcing him? Forcing him by doing little things on the side to make the whole process confusing and more difficult for the mother to be able to transfer her son to another facility. So it's really deep. It's really deep. Trust me. I wish I had the time to really get into all the details and specifics. It's very deep. It's very deep. Okay? But they have him in this hospital. And all they have to do is sit down with the mother and tell the mother that they will do the transfer, that they will contact the receiving hospital. All of that's already ready to go. All it takes right now is for St. Joe's to reach out to the receiving hospital, and he'll be sent to another hospital. Absolutely. So everything is there. I want the community to know everything is in place. The problem is St. Joe's refuses to call the receiving hospital to get the process of his transfer going. That's what's going on right now. And it makes absolutely no sense, because how do you tell a legal guardian that they can't transfer their child or loved one to a facility that they feel is better equipped. This young man has been in this hospital for 8 months, okay? His health has not improved, but he has been here for 8 months. At this point, they have made already $8 million off of him because of the various surgeries and procedures that they've done to him. We got to get him out of here. Everything is in place. What has to happen now is that St. Joe's Hospital has to reach out to the receiving hospital, and that's how the transfer will take place. Okay? And why can't they do that? I have absolutely no idea. All it takes is a phone call and fax some information, and it's a wrap. Yeah. How's it going? We're outside St. Joe's again. All right, we're outside St. Joe's Hospital. All right, we're standing here for the mother. Miss Thompson is upstairs right now with her son. And, you know, I asked her to just remain upstairs with him. So that way he can, at least we know that she's there with him, you know, so we're down here. And the problem right now is St. Joe's Hospital has not yet called the receiving hospital so that they could properly set up the transfer of Easton Morris Jr., okay? The family, the community, his family, his mother, his father, do not want him in this hospital any longer. But the issue is St. Joe's has to call the receiving hospital so that the medical transport can be authorized to take him to the next hospital. He can't be transferred in a car or in a wheelchair because of his condition. He has to be transferred on a bed, okay? But he had not, he did not come here on a stretcher. He did not come here on the bed. He came in this hospital May 16th walking, happy, his normal jovial self, okay? What he's going through right now is not what he dealt with when he came here. All right? All right.
And Justice, too.
Out of the camera, bro. Yep. Yep. And the reason why, and this is his family out here. Well, they've already made millions off of him, and my guess is that they want to continue to keep making money off him. And it's a shame. They don't care about his personal well-being or his health. It's just about making money, and it's sad. If they had any credibility, if they had any integrity as a hospital, they would go through with the transfer and make sure that he's transferred to a facility that the parents have decided they want him to go to. You know, they do not, he's been here for 8 months. Why can't they just say, hey, we've had him here for 8 months. You know, there's nothing much more we can do here. But they still have him here. You know. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's been here for 8 months. There's no reason why, if they haven't gotten him stable by now, when he wasn't even like this when he came here. So, 8 months? 8 months is way too long. Okay? Right on. So we're out here at St. Joe's Hospital. This is day 2. I'm encouraging everybody to please sign that petition on the page. All right, we're trying to get 1,000 signatures. We're trying to get 1,000 signatures so we can push this even more. All right? It's a small group out here today, but you know what? You'll be surprised how much got done by small groups. Okay? So don't worry about the size. The work is going to get done. So we're still out here, man. We're out here for those who are just tuning in. We're outside St. Joe's Hospital right now. And we're out here protesting for the family, standing up for the mother, and standing up for the family in their decision that they would like, or they want him to be transferred to a more adequate facility. The family, the mother, the father, they've already decided which hospital that's going to be. Now the process is that St. Joe's has to contact that hospital and put the paperwork in and do whatever it is, whatever the process is for getting a transport completed. That's what they haven't done yet. And that's what we're waiting for now. And while we're waiting, this young man is in this hospital still not receiving the adequate care that he should have received. 8 months. 8 months is too long. 8 months is too long. It's time to go ahead and transfer him to the facility, and they know what the facility is. The parents have already approved it. They researched it. They know a better place that can better take care of him. Okay? So the family's out here right now, okay, standing up for their loved one, for their cousin, for their brother, for their nephew. This is all his family. This is his family out here right now standing up for him. This is his family. Okay, this is the aunt. This is the family. It's a very inspiring thing, man, to see family here standing up for their loved one. Okay? So this is day 2. This is day 2. And what we want is for the parents, the legal guardians, for their request to be granted that he be sent to a much more fitting facility that can assist him in the condition that he's in right now. So we're at St. Joe's right now in front. What's up, brother? All right. Yes, sir. So we're out here now. We need this to get taken care of. Mr. Mayor, if you're on here, we need your help right now. The city council members on here, we need you guys. We need your help right now to help get this process. Make some phone calls. Do whatever it is you need to do so that St. Joe's can make the call to the receiving hospital and the transfer process can take place. Okay? The hospital has to call the receiving hospital, which they know which one it is. I'll just say it, New York Presbyterian. That's the hospital that he needs to be transferred to that can provide the kind of care that he needs at this moment, because he's not receiving it here. And it's been 8 months now. So the family wants him transferred there. His parents, legal guardian, want him transferred there. And the hospital should honor that request, do the paperwork so he can be transported to New York Presbyterian, where he can receive adequate care and get stabilized so he can go back to having some semblance of normalcy. Because right now what's happening to him is just wrong. Okay? It's just wrong. So, I mean, I know it's not the best feeling in the world when you're a hospital and you have to send a patient away from your hospital because you're not providing them the right amount of care. Hey, but you know what? This is what happened. You guys dropped the ball when it came to Easton. You dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. And now the family wants him transferred, and that's what has to happen. That's what has to happen. He's not a prisoner here. He's not the property of St. Joe's. Like, come on now. He's not the property of St. Joe's. You know, they don't own him. He's not a part of their merchandise. You know, what is this? Families don't have rights anymore? What's that all about? You know. Yep, so we're out here. We're out here. We are out here. Feel free to share this post with folks on your page and make sure they understand what's going on here. That the family wants him transferred. His legal guardians, they want him transferred from here. And again, I'm not here today to speak on any other patients. I don't know how they might have other patients that's not the same situation. So I'm not here to speak in general overall about all patients. I'm here today for one reason, that's Easton Morris Jr. and getting him transferred out of this hospital. That's why we're here today. So I can't speak for what they did with other patients, but today we're speaking about Easton Morris Jr. and the fact that St. Joe's dropped the ball as it relates to him. And we need him transferred. We need them to honor the request of the legal guardians, the family, and just make the phone call that they need to make so that he can be transferred. All right? That's what needs to happen. Got Elvis here, Church Boys on the front lines. See? My man is here, Elvis Durham. She could sign, yeah, but the problem is he's connected to a lot of equipment that he cannot be disconnected from. And a lot of this is because of what happened in the hospital. So the only way he can be transferred safely or transported safely is in an ambulance where he can remain in his bed because he can't walk now. He can't even sit up now. So he would have to be transported in the hospital, in the bed. And all the equipment will have to go, or they will have to hook him up to equipment inside the ambulance to transport him. So he would have to have a medical transport. Okay? Exactly. St. Joe's has a heliport, and New York Presbyterian also has a heliport. So this is an easy fix, man. If they did their job, this is an easy fix. They could easily have a helicopter come from New York Presbyterian right here, pick him up. They already have all the medical equipment on the helicopter and bring him to New York Presbyterian. So that's what has to happen right now. That's why it's important for St. Joe's to reach out to New York Presbyterian to set up the transport. That's why it's very important for this to happen. But I tell you, if it was just as easy to walk in, sign him out, and bring him down in a wheelchair and put him in the car and take him to another house, we would have been did that. I wish it was that easy, but unfortunately, because of what's happened to him, while he's here, it's not. It wouldn't be safe to take everything off of him and try to do it that way. So, and a lot of that is because of what he experienced right here.
St. Joseph no good.
At all.
St. Joseph no good.
Nope.
St. Joseph no good. St. Joseph no good.
You got the family, you got the legal guardians, they want him transported. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do, man. And they know the process. They know they have to call. They have to call the receiving hospital, and they know that. But why they won't do it, that's the crazy part.
Reached the voicemail box of 9738516.
No, they know what they need to do, and it's simple. They call the other hospital, and they set it up, and they take them.
They said it?
No, I'm saying if all they have to do is call that New York Presbyterian, call them, and set up the arrangement for the transport, and that's it.
And they said they'll take them.
Yeah, New York Presbyterian has the equipment and everything to be able to properly, but these idiots don't want to make the phone call.
Because they now messed him up.
Right, and they told the mother this morning that they had to do another surgery on him.
You see that?
This morning, they told her that.
Oh, no.
See what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay?
What's the other surgery for?
Right. When they told her prior that they were not going to go in there anymore, and all of a sudden today they need to do another surgery.
And they keep cutting him open every time.
And this was a doctor who hadn't been talking to her in months. He was ignoring her. Now this morning, we got to do another surgery.
Oh, now they want to do another. Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Come on now. Exactly.
Shonda need to get a good lawyer and sue the hell out
Words bond, because
This could be half of her son, half of her.
Words bond. Words bond.
That just don't make no sense.
They turned him into like a lab rat, and doing all
these new interns.
Yeah.
No good doctor. All the good doctors
Right.
are gone now.
Right.
Now they got all these new interns.
Right.
And they just making a guinea pig out of it.
That's what I'm exactly. That's terrible. Is that Ernie? No, that's not Ernie. Right.
Transfer him now.
Justice for Easton.
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 Transfer him
Yeah,
now.
so exactly. They sure are, because there's no legitimate reason why they don't want to make that phone call so that he can be transferred, other than the fact that they're hiding something.
Transfer him now.
I found out all the information today that's necessary. They have to call someone from St. Joe's. I'm guessing it must be social worker or whoever is responsible for transporting patients. And that particular department or person has to make that phone call to, I guess, authorize or set up the transfer. As it is right now, that has not happened. Okay? So the issue now is the hospital doing what they need to do to get this young man transferred. And that's not happening right now. I don't know what's taking them so long, but I have not gotten a phone call from the mother saying that they've agreed to do it yet. Oh, wow. Missed it again.
Transfer him now. Transfer him now. Transfer him now. Transfer him now.
I keep missing Miss Thompson. Wow. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. How you? We got people on here. We got some people out here. How do you feel right now?
I'm right down a little nervous. I'm waiting for a doctor to come by or because the blood pressure is real low.
Okay. Okay.
I'm nervous about that.
Okay. We're out here.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys for being out there.
Yeah, they tried to come out earlier. Some of the hospital rent-a-cops tried to come out here and, try to see if they could chase us off. That didn't work too well for them at all.
Oh, wow.
I throw my weight around. I'm a city official. You can't, leave us. We're not breaking any laws. We didn't block the driveway. So, yeah. So I outrank you guys.
I apologize about earlier. That was just like I ran into the bathroom real quick.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. Yep. That's okay.
So they did two blood pressures on him, one test
Wow.
38, and that's not good.
Wow. Now, Tashonda,
Over 38. Yes, sir.
even the buses, even the New Jersey Transit buses are waving and blowing their horns. So everybody knows about this now. It's spreading like wildfire. You know? Yep.
I want him out of here.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Out of here so bad.
Absolutely, man. They know what they have to do. All they got to do is make that phone call and get it set up, you know? That's it. That's right. 8 months in here. Come on now. This, like I was saying, this is not a prison. You know, like, what are they doing? Yeah.
And my issue is such a sweetheart, and everyone
Right.
in my family can tell you he's a big old teddy bear.
Yeah, I was looking at the pictures and could tell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And everybody say there's something foul going on here, because what would be your reason for not transferring him, you know? Exactly. Exactly. Not even keeping the meetings. Exactly. 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 Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right.